Hey, viewers and viewers, my name is General Red Strategist, and welcome back to So You're Being Hunted, something like episode 577, 6, 8 now, 5? I don't know. No, I should have checked before I started recording. And already we can tell it's going to be a good recording today because I can't speak. Oh, I hear you. There you are. You get the fudge out of here, doggo. Right, two more islands to clear. West or north? Fuck it, west. Whoa, dude. Or should I say, douche? God damn it, why do you have to come over here, you bitch? No! Come out! Come out! He's going to be a bitch. Alright, we're going north then, ladies and gentlemen. It's the only real direction I can actually sprint in. Is there a poacher in here who's going to be a bit of a problem? No doubt there probably will be. Not that here one, actually. I think we're okay. Alright, so slightly hairy and awkward start, but we're getting there. Don't you worry. We're going to get to the North Island and we're going to be fine. Looks like the jetty is over there, that's fantastic. So, hope you're doing alright, ladies and gentlemen. It's a Wednesday late afternoon as I record this. Work's done for the day as always. I feel like a lot of my Sir episodes I say that now, because of course I always record these usually in the late afternoon. That doesn't make any sense. Always record usually. So which is it, Red? Is it definitely or is it not? That's one of those moments where you say something and then immediately you think that doesn't make any sense. But putting that aside, I've had a bit of a busy day. Went into work, doing seminars, things like that. Then nipped by the old supermarket to do my weekly grocery shop. While I was there, I had a real hankering, I did, for getting myself a packet of jelly babies. And that just got me thinking, actually, about sweets and candy, things like that. Alright, let me just jump cut. So yes, I had a real strong craving for jelly babies today, so I picked myself up a packet, had a few of them already. Nice juicy, fruity taste and all that. It's funny because I've not had them for a long time, but you know, you ever get that sometimes where you just suddenly have a real craving for something in particular? I'm sure, you know, you've all had that kind of moment in life before. But yeah, it got me thinking about sort of my favourite types of sweets, things like that. Because the thing is, you know, when I go into my supermarket, I go into the confectionery aisle, you know, it's always so tempting to pick something up, but I have to try and resist that urge so many times, because I can't be, you know, picking something up every week and having that. But as a treat once in a while, you know, it's nice. You know, whether that's a packet of jelly babies or like a packet of fruit Skittles. Everybody loves fruit Skittles now, don't they? I certainly do. Sometimes I can just go for a packet of those as well. Or if not that, it'll probably be something nice and chocolatey. Guilty pleasures, eh, ladies and gentlemen? Essentially, I was actually thinking, you know when you're a kid and you usually have like a favourite type of sweet, something that you always go for? For me, when I was a kid, it was Smarties. You all know what Smarties are, right? They're made by Nestle. I think pretty much everyone should know what Smarties are. I'm assuming it's a global product and not something that's specific to the UK. But in case, on the off chance that you don't know what they are, which I doubt anyone won't know what they are, but you never know. Basically like little chocolate buttons, but with like a coloured shell. And they're absolutely delicious. You get like a little tube full of them, or a packet of them, and it's absolutely lovely. Sometimes you can get like chocolate bars with like Smarties embedded in them. You know, like just sort of milk chocolate. But then again, you know, you can get lots of like milk chocolate bars with bits and, you know, of other sweets and candy embedded in them, like Oreo bars and things like that. But Smarties, that's the thing for me. But I absolutely loved when I was a little wee tyke. And that's, come to think of it, is a, you know, a type of sweet that again I've not had in years. Maybe it's time to go down to my local supermarket and actually pick some of those up for a change. You never know. It occurs to me actually I've only just got this pie in my inventory. I've got no other food. What the heck? What the hell's that about? Alright, can we use some bottles maybe to distract these guys? But yeah, I'm sort of on a roll here. I'm kind of thinking about all the types of other chocolates and things that one enjoys as a child. Especially ones over here in the UK. Do you remember like Milky Way stars? They were always quite, you know, simple, but a good pleasure, eh? Oh god, there's actually more robots around here than I thought there would be. Right, take a bottle over there, please. Off you go, lads. No, don't wander back towards the device piece. That's not where you want to go. Oh, they're trying to go around a wall. Okay, that actually could work. Well enough for me. Shoot. Balls to you. Ooh. Get over there, you bastards. That's what I'm trying to freaking do. Draw them out and away. Fuck, I'm stuck on something. Don't know what though. Take that over there. Just need to watch out for this fucking asshole over here. Go up. Are you about to see me? Shoot. Oh, fuck me, they're everywhere. Fuck! Christ, why is there so many of them in that one area? That's so annoying. Alright, we need to deal with them. I mean, I've got lots of revolver ammo. I could just shoot up a few of them, but we need to be a bit careful because of the old poacher over there. Old El Poacher. Alright. Go around this way, maybe. It's also a bit of a waste because I kind of used up all my freaking bottles there and it didn't fucking work. Maybe I should be using the one alarm clock, really? Is that all I've got? 2 trains? I am very underprepared for all of this, aren't I? Maybe if we put him on static mode. Whoop! Put that there. That'll draw their attention, right? Oh, fuck. This guy's over there as well. Oh, those guys are still fucking over there. Come on now. Where's that fucking landowner? I hear him. Can you hear that one? Yes, you can. Alright, let me just loop. Oh, sounds like someone just got caught in a trap then. Alright, I'm going to go over here. Good God, they do not move out very fast, do they? They're taking the sweet time about it. But, luckily that guy's still caught in a trap over there. So, if I can get in nice and quick, get out of here. Watch out for friggin' traps that might be lying anywhere. Okay, I'm not using my stealth equipment in the most efficient manner, but we're getting there. Right, back to the topic at hand, what I was talking about before I got completely distracted by all of that. Sweets you enjoyed when you were a kid. Milky Way stars, lovely. I remember those, they were great. Remember Curly Whirlies? Those like long sort of chocolate stick things that had caramel on the inside, they were quite chewy. Again, this might be a very UK specific thing, I'm not entirely sure, but oh, that's something else I've not had in a long, long time. Freaking pick and mix. Oh, that's something else I've not had in a long, long time. My God, what am I doing with my life? I'm an adult. I have my own disposable income. I could be freaking just pigging out on bloody sweets and candies and chocolates, and I'm not. What the fuck am I doing with my life, ladies and gentlemen? That's no doubt what you're all asking, isn't it? You want to know the answer to that, don't you? Viewer number 1, watching this right now. Indeed. Oh, so yeah, Smarties, Curly Whirlies, Milky Way stars. Delicious. Chocolate buttons, everybody loves chocolate buttons, they're always a good one as well. I'm trying to think actually of pick and mix stuff, specifically. What sort of stuff did I kind of enjoy most? You know the little like chocolate buttons you get with the hundreds of thousands on them, like the sprinkles? They were always kind of good, weren't they? I feel like though, like I say, there are specific things with pick and mix that I prefer, and which, you know, there are other ones that I probably wouldn't go for myself. Alright, where's this fucking dude? Where is he? He's over there. Is he going to go off to the left? Because if he does, I can do some more raiding. Here we go. Food, there we go. There we go. Now we've replenished a few stealth bits and bobs, which is exactly what we want. But you know, let me know in the comments, ladies and gentlemen, about any sort of good candies or sweets that you enjoyed when you were a kid, especially anything from your country. Because I know, obviously, we have quite a few viewers from outside of the UK who probably have brands of their own that they fondly remember. As little children, they probably sort of think, oh yes, I remember my Milchsche over in Germany or the Netherlands or wherever. Or indeed, maybe you're American. Maybe you sit there going, oh, I do remember a good Hershey's bar. Or something like that. Who knows? Don't really know a lot of actual American sweets, candies or chocolates, anything like that. Sure, they do have some memorable ones. Or, you know, ones I probably have heard of, that is to say. Is there someone over here, or is this on a separate island, this one? It looks like it's on a separate island, doesn't it? Oh no, it's just on the coast. Oh, there is someone guarding it. Balls to you. Balls to you lot. Right, have a clock. Oh, actually, there's a bit of a depression in the landscape there. Hold on. Wait, no you don't. Bitch. Right, I'm just going to throw that down there. I'm going to do a big loop around. because they'll then go over there, and I can go around that side, assuming that their pathing doesn't freak out, and direct them in exactly the direction that I want to go. It's a bit more tea to keep me fueled up. You know, in other news though, in the meantime, what I've actually been doing, again on YouTube, and I may have talked about this before, but I'll mention it again. I've been revisiting some of the finest moments of The Simpsons, you know, speaking of something American. So I'm finding some nice compilations of Simpsons episodes out there on YouTube, and the truth about The Simpsons is I feel like, as many people say, it had kind of that golden sweet spot in the 90s where it was very funny, and it had some really interesting, funny concepts and ideas. Then beyond that, it started to get a bit naff, in all honesty. So yeah, I've been revisiting compilations on YouTube of good Simpsons moments from the 90s, best of Homer Simpson, stuff like that. As well as, I also found a great compilation actually on YouTube that is Simpsons, but it's all the memes that have arrived from The Simpsons. It's about 35 minutes long, this video, and he had some classic moments like Ralph Wiggum complaining about how he couldn't possibly have failed English because that's impossible. Some fantastic stuff in there, yeah. Keep quiet, everyone. He's about to do something stupid. I will say, the funniest things in The Simpsons for me were always things involving Homer. And usually because that involved a lot of physical slapstick or Homer just being an absolute idiot. Which is what really kind of made it all the funnier, in all honesty. Alright, I'm going to do that over there and go around like this, like so. Right, they'll go over there. Hopefully they won't see me if I stay absolutely still. What do you fucking... Why do they do that? Why do they suddenly just change direction completely? What's with your pathing, you lunatic? No. Alright, you're going to see me, aren't you? Yeah. Fuck. Iron sights! Can you fucking stay in iron sights, please? Where's my computer doing that recently? Oh, he's there. Fuck. Oh, fuck me, I feel like the iron sight's not staying together. Screwing me over a bit there, very weird. I don't think we want anything there, no point taking the shotgun ammo when we don't have a shotgun. And I got all this here revolver ammo. Alright, let's head back towards the centre island so we can deposit some spoils, good. But yes, if you haven't seen some of the Simpsons compilations, they're really good. Including, actually, compilations I've been watching of, like, supporting characters who... I remember, obviously, like, watching The Simpsons a lot as a kid, back in the 90s. But, you know, rewatching some of the 90s episode compilations, and compilations of characters, it occurs to me how many sort of, like, funny references there are, which, as a kid, I never picked up on, but as an adult, I now get them. Because I was watching one of the compilations, which was, what's-his-face? You know the character in Simpsons, the sea captain? McAllister, whatever he's called, him. It's like sometimes references that he makes, where he's like on the phone, he's like, "Yarr, call me back, Ishmael," things like that. It's like, as a kid, never got that. But as an adult, who has read Moby Dick, I get it. I get the joke. And you can appreciate it a bit more and all that. I think I've talked in various other videos on my channel about, you know, Simpsons, stuff like that. Favourite characters from back in the day. Like Fat Tony, the mobster, he was always one of my sort of favourite characters in that one. Thing is, he was just supposed to be a one-off character in one episode, but they liked him so much that they decided to make him a recurrent character. Which is good. Glad that they did, really. I always remember, though, my mother always used to find Chief Wiggum and Mo Sislak, the bartender. She always used to find them the funniest. Usually just, you know, because again, like many of the characters in The Simpsons, they were both idiots. Especially Chief Wiggum being an incompetent police officer and all that. So she used to love those ones, and yeah, they are, of course, two great characters. I think a couple of characters who I do remember as having a great dynamic in The Simpsons, the Simpsons, not symptoms, were, well, obviously it was Principal Skinner, but also especially when he had the dynamic with Superintendent Chalmers, who just never stood for any of his bullshit, anything like that. Those two characters have some great moments, and I'm not just talking obviously about the steamed hams meme here, though that is a classic. Aurora Borealis. At this time of day, in this part of the country, localised entirely in your kitchen. Oh, classic. But yeah, I always remember then, like, after the 1990s, once you got into the 2000s, I don't know, the quality of it started to dip off. Especially into, like, the 2010s, when, I don't know, I feel like they kind of ran out of ideas and they just started having celebrity guest appearances, things like that. And some of the humour just wasn't as good. It didn't feel that way anyway. Though actually, what was interesting, I did see a compilation, which was something like first appearances of recurrent characters. And it was fascinating because it started out with the Simpsons themselves. And holy shit, some of like the old 1980s, like really early Simpsons shorts, which I've never seen before. That was a crazy style of animation, that was. One of the things that did stand out to me from that particular compilation, the first appearances of recurrent characters. And like I say, something that stood out to me about the old Simpsons shorts. Whenever you see shots from those really, really old Simpsons shorts where they're in the lounge, where normally in mainstream Simpsons they would be sat in front of the TV. What was fascinating in there was how they in those early Simpsons shorts there was clearly no design of their house, and so instead in that room where normally you'd expect them to be sat in front of the TV, if you look through the door behind them, there's basically just this horrible pink liminal maze of hallways. So, really quite something. But yeah, there's a lot of Simpsons episodes which, I will have never seen before. One that I do remember quite well, again from the 1990s when I was a kid, was the one where Homer thinks he sees an alien, but it later turns out just to be Mr. Burns. Do you remember that one? The one where he runs into the forest and he sees the big billboard that says "Die" on it and he screams. And then a moment later, the wind blows, it blows a tree out of the way and you see it actually says "Diet" and then he screams even louder. Then all the townspeople, of course, find Mr. Burns. They still think he's an alien. Mr. Burns is like, "I bring you love." And like, "They're bringing love! Don't let it get away! Break its legs!" Classic. So I'm having a bit of a nostalgia trip back to the 1990s. Incidentally, though, I think that same episode, the one where Homer thinks he sees an alien, isn't there a joke in the start of that with Milhouse in an arcade playing an arcade game, Kevin Costner's Waterworld? Obviously, supposed to be a nod to the actual film. But I'm pretty sure I once saw a Game Grumps video. Someone who'd actually made that gag, that joke, into an actual game. Kevin Costner's Waterworld and all that. So, who knows, maybe that's a joke thing to do on the channel at some point. Alright, I think it's time for me to wrap this episode up here. Social media links down below, along with the link to my propagandist channel for anyone interested. And if you enjoyed, a like is of course always appreciated. More than that, this is General Red signing off. Goodbye everybody. There's nothing actually in the rooms, I see. Well, it is just a kind of demo teaser, this game. I suppose, in all likelihood, the dev will probably fill out things depending on whether they choose to actually do more of this. Investigate the house. Alright, let's do that. Okay, in the house. Why are we coming here in the dead of night? I have no idea. We could instead perhaps make this easier on ourselves by actually coming during the day. What the heck? Sure, I'll take the lamp. Light up the oil lamp. Oh god, it's amnesia all of a sudden. Well, this is not good, is it? So what was the deal with the diner back there? Apparently was killed in the garage. I should go there first, or the garage, as we Brits say. Oh, hello there.